You gonna let her finish the read, Skip?
Yeah, I just did.
No, you didn't.
You got to move the show along.
She was reading and
Drags are open, always drags, because you got to go through this whole apparel.
I ain't got nothing. I'm just sitting over here, just minding my own business, waiting on Joy to ask me how I'm doing.
I was going to make a case that you are the Rookie of the Year. Seriously, because you've had a great first year or so, right?
We almost 2 years in, but okay.
Well, you're
Close
still
enough.
a rookie to me.
How you doing today, Skip?
All right. Yeah.
You feeling good?
I'm about to feel real good.
I got a surprise for you tomorrow, though.
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
What's tomorrow?
Don't worry about it, Skip. Just be surprised.
I thought you were going 0 dark 30 tomorrow.
No.
That if LeBron does, that means you can't speak on this show anymore.
Tristan Thompson about to come up missing.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Curse spoken.
Well, let's start with some NBA rookie beef. Ben Simmons is the Rookie of the Year favorite, and he was asked earlier this week who should win the award. Simmons said, quote, me, 100%. His main competitor for the award, Donovan Mitchell, responded last night by wearing a sweatshirt to the arena with the definition of the word rookie. It says an athlete playing his or her first season as a member of a professional sports team. Obviously, that's a shot at Simmons, who missed all of last year with an injury. Mitchell was asked about the sweatshirt and said, I'll put it in perspective for people who obviously don't play in the NBA and don't know the life of the NBA. So, let's say you have an exam to take on June 1st, and you have a whole year to study for that exam. You're going to get a pretty good grade on it, aren't you? But some people may not have all that time to prepare for that exam, so that's how I look at it, and I hope that puts it in perspective for people. Simmons was asked about it last night. Let's take a listen.
Made the waves over social media during the game. He came to the game tonight in a hoodie that spelled out the definition of what a rookie is. Do you have any response to that?
What was the definition?
An athlete that plays in his first year in his plays being.
I think if his argument is that I'm not a rookie, if that's the only argument he has, I'm in pretty good shape there. So there's a rule in the NBA for a reason. I'm not going to wear a sweatshirt tomorrow, though.
Shannon, do you like Donovan Mitchell's sweatshirt?
No. He says it's a person that plays their first year. Did Ben Simmons play NBA basketball last year? Hell, Joel Embiid was 3 years in and was eligible for Rookie of the Year last year, Skip. Until the NBA changes the rules, Ben Simmons is a rookie. And I get it. Donovan Mitchell has had a phenomenal year, Skip. And by any metric, had Ben Simmons not been in this classification, he would win Rookie of the Year. Now it would really be close between he and Jason Tatum. I believe Donovan would win that over Jason Tatum. But Ben Simmons, who is a transcendent player, also happens to be a rookie. And anytime you can do something that Magic Johnson didn't do. Now remember, Magic Johnson's rookie year, he played with Kareem. Kareem was MVP of the league. Magic Johnson did not have 12 triple-doubles. So for Ben Simmons to have that many triple-doubles, yes, he played with looks like a great player, a long-time great player to be. And Joel Embiid, Skip, even when Embiid has been out, Ben Simmons' numbers go up. His assists go up, his points go up, his field goal percentage go up, and he's over 500 without him. You look at Donovan Mitchell's numbers without Rudy Gobert, he's sub 500. So I get the argument, Skip. Ben Simmons came in, he had the red shirt, just like a red shirt freshman. He did not play NBA basketball game. Therefore, he is a rookie. Stop all this politicking. I'm tired of everybody trying to politic. You don't see O'Shea Sharp doing nothing. I'm about to post something on my page. Soon as we shoot the break, I'm going to post something.
Interesting. So, you know what my reaction to everything you just said is? What are Ben Simmons' initials? That's what your argument
is. No, it ain't.
Yeah, it is.
He got a middle name.
That's what your argument is.
No.
Much of your argument
I think his middle name
his
is Ben.
initials.
His middle name is Ben.
Okay.
First name is like, I think, Lamar.
I loved what Donovan Mitchell did last night because he finally fought fire with fire. Remember, your man, Ben Simmons, is a client of your ultimate man, LeBron James, in Unclutch Sports. Unclutch Sports. We got to rename it. I'm sorry, we just got to rename it.
You know what? I'm going to file a charge against you.
And you know what? Speaking of filing charges, Ben Simmons is reading right out of LeBron's handbook when he's asked about who should be Rookie of the Year. Oh, me 100%. Where have we heard that lately? LeBron, who should the MVP be? Me 100%.
James
right?
Harden said it too.
Oh, please. LeBron always says it.
He ain't lying.
Yeah. And then to add insult to injury to Donovan Mitchell, then Ben Simmons was asked, any other rookie caught your eye? That's all, just caught your eye.
Right.
And he said, none. My eye is on KD and Steph and LeBron and James.
That's what his eyes on.
My eye's on MVP, as if he could even make a case this year that he could be.
That's what he wants to be.
Race. So here's my bottom line to this. Even if Ben Simmons shouldn't be disqualified for his redshirt year in the NBA, even if I give you that, which I will not, but even if I do, just on merit of performance versus performance just this year, I still think that Donovan Mitchell deserves the Rookie of the Year for lifting his team in the Western Conference over what Ben Simmons did lifting his team in the far worse conference, in the Eastern Conference, with far more help. Because I'm going to remind you again, Ben Simmons for much of this year has been able to partner with the most dominating 7-foot player in the league in Joel Embiid. Am I right about that?
I thought you liked Kevin Durant.
Oh, well, I'm just saying, is Embiid an arriving monster?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Is he the most dominating center in the league now? Yes, he is.
Well, he's definitely the most dominating in the East.
And if you've been watching the Sixers lately, they now have as explosive an array of three-point sharpshooters as I see in the whole league. Now that they've added Bellinelli and Ilyasova to obviously
Covington.
JJ and Covington, and all of a sudden it's not that hard for Ben to get his 10 assists tonight because he can kick it and dish it here, 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 and here. They just bombed threes. They made 17 last night at Atlanta. 17 threes? JJ made 6, and Bellinelli made 5, and Ilyasova made 4. They're just bombing threes, so it's pretty easy for Ben to get his numbers. And by the way, he is 7 feet tall as opposed to a 6'3" kid. You want to talk about coming from nowhere? He and the Utah Jazz have come from nowhere. Did anybody before the year started think that Utah would even sniff the playoffs in the West? Seriously, go find some. No. Did any analyst, any commentator say, you know, I like Utah as a dark horse playoff team? Nobody did, because they had lost Gordon Hayward and they lost George Hill, who wound up by Sacramento with you guys in Cleveland. And for what it's worth, they lost Joe Johnson off the team that did make the playoffs last year, and it looked like they were pretty dead in the water. So they get this late lottery pick, this kid from Louisville who did not catch my eye at Louisville, named Donovan Mitchell. And in 3 of his first 5 games, he scores 2 points. And then guess what happens starting on January 24th? They explode, not just on the West, but on the NBA. They are now 29-5 over their last 34 games. And it's mostly because of this kid electrifying them with his playmaking and shot making on a nightly basis. It is spectacular to watch, if you watch it. And the problem is, not enough people watch it. So finally, Donovan Mitchell caught fire on social media last night by wearing his hoodie with the definition of rookie on it. Now, you know, again, does it matter or not matter? Again, I'm making his case with or without disqualifying Ben for his red shirt.
Can I ask you a question? Did you have the Sixers winning 51 games and being the 3rd seed?
I thought they were going to be pretty good. I thought they were going to be a playoff team. Well, back in the playoffs.
Well, you like Vegas. Mm-hmm. Vegas set the odds at 40 games. Mm-hmm. They're 11 games above that right now. Mm-hmm. With a possibility of being 12 games if they win against Milwaukee. So did anybody see that? Embiid,
J.J. Redick, Covington. Covington's ranked 2nd in the league in defensive win shares.
And Vegas knew that they were going to have Joel Embiid, Covington, J.J. Redick, Vegas knew all of that, and no one had them. But here's the issue, Skip. You said it. You touched on it. What drew Donovan Mitchell's ire is that no other rookie caught his attention. So Donovan Mitchell said, hold on, bro. You see what I'm doing out here? He's the first guy since Carmelo Anthony as a rookie to lead his team in scoring and take them to the playoffs. Bro, you see what I'm doing out here in the West? And you gonna talk about you ain't watch anything?
And by the way, last night he broke Damian Lillard's rookie record for 3-point makes. That's not all bad, right?
Yeah, but still.
But still.
Let me ask you a question. Would you rather break a record held by Dame Lillard or Magic Johnson? I'll just let you figure. But here's the Skip. Do people realize this? That Magic's rookie year, Bird, they were rookies the same year. Bird got 33 votes, Magic Johnson got 3. Magic led his team to the finals. Magic had 7 triple-doubles. So just because you don't, and I get it, Skip, that's the highest award you can win as a rookie.
Yep.
Because you're not going to win rookie. You're not, the days of, I think Wes Unseld was the last guy to be rookie of the year and MVP in the same season. That's not going to happen again. Players are too great. But don't do that, Skip. Be respectful of Ben Simmons. He's a client of clutch sports.
He is unclutch sports, but he is not just a good passer. He is a great passer. He is a transcendent 7-foot passer out of the post who can also bring the ball up the floor and play point guard, as he was doing last night in Atlanta. So I give you that. I give you he's a really good rebounder just because he's tall. And yet he can't shoot a lick. He is now 0 for 11 in his NBA career from 3. This year from...
But you got to give context to that, Skip. He's shooting with shot clock winding down or the end of quarter, end of half. So you make it seem like he's shooting a 3 in the flow of the offense. That's not what he's doing.
He is shooting 36% from 2-point range, so he doesn't really even have a 2-point shot. And he's shooting 56%, making him a free throw line liability late in games. And some teams have resorted to hack a bin, as I think we're going to see more and more of in the playoffs, maybe in the Eastern Conference Finals against your Cavaliers.
I tell you, I know a guy, Joy, that also happens to be a rookie, that Ben Simmons is shooting 11 points higher from the free throw line than him. A guy that you love.
Joy, do you notice how we have to change subject?
I just say it. Hold on. But the thing that I love most about Ben Simmons, he knows what he's not. He's not a three-point shooter. He hasn't developed a mid-range game yet. So he says, you know what? I'm 6'10". I back you down, lay it up, or I dunk on your head.
Yeah. And so last night, speaking of, it shocked me as I watched every dribble of Philly at Atlanta, because you predicted that Philly was going to fall back to the 4th seed.
No, I said they were going to lose to Milwaukee tonight. Okay. That's what we got to do.
Okay, but what we had to have the do on getting through Atlanta to get to Milwaukee, right? Yeah. So I'm watching the game, got a little close late, and Ben said, I got to score. And so how did he choose to score? He basically started passing to himself by taking bad shots. If we could see these 2 plays in a row, these happened back-to-back plays in the 4th quarter. First one, he just throws it up, and he goes and gets his own rebound and dunks it. That's his best offensive play. I'm going to shoot it to myself and then go dunk it. And then he comes down again, and he's just going to throw it up off the glass, and he's going to try to go dunk it. Have you ever seen that before? Yeah. So Ben Simmons is now passing to himself in the 4th quarter by shooting it off the backboard. You like that?
Yo, I know a guy that's...
You ever seen that? I've never seen that before.
I know a guy that's about to average a triple-double by doing the exact same thing.
Really?
Getting offensive rebound off missed shot that he took.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I ain't going to call the guy's name because he's not in this discussion right now.
I don't think he does it on purpose. That was on purpose. Did you see that?
Yeah. All the greats do that. Throw it up off the backboard. Tracy McGrady's done it.
No, they don't. Not to actually score. They do it for fun, for hot dogging. You know, LeBron was doing it as a hot dog. That wasn't hot dog. That's like, we need a basket, so I can't make this shot, so I think I'll just throw it off the glass and I'll go get it.
He's creative.
Oh, he's creative.
All I know is somebody got those 16, 8, and 8. That's what I know. 16, 8, and 8. Now, you over there was clapping you talking about transcendental, about a guy averaging 10, 7, and 6. This is 16, 8, and 8, and all of a sudden you want to, like, mess over his little stat line. I like Ben Simmons. He's going to be Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, Lonzo didn't get a red shirt.
Whoa. Why you bring him up into the conversation?
You just brought him up.
No, I didn't.
You just said you were referring to him.
Hold on. I don't like those accusations you're making. I didn't call no name.
Oh, yeah. Well, you called stats.
No.
Reflect.
How you know his stats? He hasn't played it so long. He still got those numbers.
And by the way, I'm not being a hypocrite to call this back, but I brought it up the Monday after I watched this game. The best regular season game I watched the whole NBA year happened in San Antonio on Friday night, March 23rd. And I told you this. It was Utah at San Antonio. And the best display of clutch shooting happened in the last minute and 47 seconds of regulation by Donovan Mitchell. The Spurs just couldn't stop him. Here he's up again, boom. They're just hanging all over him. This is to tie the game at the end of the game. Look at this. Two guys are all over him, boom. And every time he went up, I turned to Ernestine. I said, watch, this will be in. This will be in. Watch, he's going to make another one. He made 3 bombs in the last 147.
Did you watch Friday's game?
Which game?
You know what game.
Well, that was just outrageous. They were down 30 points. This was a shootout from the start.
I'm talking about and how he went head to head with his mentor, the guy that he looks up to, the guy that he wants to be most like.
Ben played well in that game.
Don't do that, Skip.
It wasn't the shootout this game was in San Antonio.
Skip,
and by the way, the Utah Jazz are coming.
27, 15, and 13.
Woo. You watch this team. If Utah played in the East, they'd be in the finals.
No,
that's how good they are.
Stop it.
Come on. Am I right?
No.
You know I'm right.
You're not right.
Oh, come on.
You need to give. Why won't you give Ben his credit?
And by the way, Rudy Gobert missed 26 games this year, and they're still here. They're vying for third. They're playing at Portland.
You do know
for third.
Joel Embiid has missed a bunch of games, right?
He's
missed the last 7.
A few, yeah.
Yeah.
And you better hope he doesn't come back stronger. You're going to be in trouble.
And remember, he wasn't playing back-to-backs at the start. You remember that, right? And there was a game that he played a lot of minutes, and then he had to miss like a whole week because he had played so many minutes, played overtime, double overtime game. I think it was against the Thunder. So Ben Simmons is going to be Rookie of the Year. And you and Donovan Mitchell, y'all need to stop. We know what a rookie is, but I also know what Rookie of the Year is, and I know who isn't going to get it.
Well, speaking of redshirt year, I saw my friend Michael Wilbon on the Late Sports Center, and he'd just been to the Wizards locker room and was going to report on Wizards Celtics. Instead, he talked about how coaches and players came up to him to say, Michael, how is Ben Simmons sort of getting away with this? Didn't he have a redshirt year? It's not fair. It's not fair.
Joel Embiid had 2 redshirt years.
All right, but nobody cared. Nobody cared.
Why?
Because there wasn't a head-to-head like this. This is Donovan Mitchell, lost in the shadows in Utah, finally coming out of the shadows, catching fire, and creating a late groundswell of genuine, authentic, deserved support, because I think he's going to make a late rush at winning this thing.
He ain't going to win.
I don't know. I think it's starting.
But nobody had a problem with Blake Griffin redshirting and winning Rookie of the Year the following year. Now, if Joel Embiid had won, the only reason Joel Embiid didn't win Rookie of the Year, he only played 31 games. Everybody know he had a better year than Malcolm Brogdon, but he didn't win it because he only played 31 games. And no one would have had a problem with it. They would have had a problem had he played more games. He would have won. But because he played 31, I heard a lot of the sports writers saying, I just can't vote for a guy that played so few games.
Okay.
But this guy right here, number 25, yeah.
So Shannon Sharpe, Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
How much of an advantage is it to have a redshirt year in pro basketball? Yep.
You don't know.
Is there an advantage? Yes.
He didn't play the game.
Did he practice with the Sixers? Yes, he did. Did he sit on the bench during games and absorb the speed of the game, the pace of the game?
Ain't nothing like playing in the game.
No,
I drive fast on Wilshire Boulevard.
Do you?
That don't mean I can go to Daytona.
Careful on Wilshire.
Go down it.
Yeah. Try Avenue of the Stars.
I bet not catch you on Avenue of the Stars.
Avenue of the Stars is just wide open.
And you don't drive fast.
I'll be speeding.
Yeah.
Faster than a speed.
I heard that Joy pulled up behind you one time. You're going like 30 at 3 o'clock in the morning.
It's 3 in the morning. I'm chilling. Got me some nice tunes on. I'm just chilling. Got my windows cracked. I'm good.
30?
Yeah.
Huh?
What I'm in a hurry
She had to
for?
like honk and go around you? Who is this little old lady?
She just.
Who are you, the little old lady from Pasadena?
I started to put the brights on her. Put my siren on top of my truck and pull over. Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh.
But Skip, you need to stop.
Yeah.
Ben Simmons is the Rookie of the Year, and deservedly so. Stop with this foolishness about.
I think, seriously, with or without red shirt, this guy is. He is electrifying a whole team that has no business being in the. They're not just in the playoffs. They're vying for the 3 seed in the West.
16 straight.
They're the team Golden State does not want to see.
16
you
straight.
realize what they've been doing to Golden State the last 3 times they played?
Hold on. Kevin Durant didn't play last night.
Okay. So, yeah, he did.
Oh, he did? Oh, yeah, I'm glad you
Nobody
said it.
played.
Well, no, don't do that.
Nobody played.
Don't do that.
No, I mean, they just
the best player on the planet. The best player on the planet plays less than 30 minutes, and he's a negative 35 in plus minus?
Wow. So wait a second. Utah's beaten Golden State the last 3 times by 40 and 30 and 19. Is that right? Wow. Does that have anything to do with the Rookie of the Year?
With the best player?
Huh.
How you get beat with the best player on the planet? Oof. You think LeBron James would let that happen?
If Golden State had a vote of who they didn't want to play, who do you think they'd vote? We don't want to play this team. Do you think they'd all vote Utah? Why is that?
Probably the Spurs.
It's not because of the Stifle Towers, because of that electric kid out there on the perimeter that nobody can stop.
You got Eric Churton's old number 25, to go back to the old Sixers. Ben Simmons, Rookie of the Year. So when he makes the All-Star game next year, they put all those patches. Like LeBron got 4 MVP. He got 3 final MVP. Yep. He's going to be like a 16, 15-time All-Star. He's going to have his patch.
BS.
Rookie of
BS.
ROY. Call it Roy.
BS.
Ben
it's all
Roy
BS.
Simmons.
It's all BS.
That's his.
And now LeBron's going to DM you and say, hey, thanks, Shay. Thanks for supporting my unclutch kid.
Ben.
His client. You're disqualified from this discussion.
Simmons.
You're an unclutch client, right?
Do you know what Roy is?
Huh?
You know what Roy is? What Roy means?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know. So that's what's going to be his moniker.
Okay.
Roy.
Yeah, okay.
Ain't no petty like NBA petty, huh?
Yeah.
Although it's not missed on me that this is like a little bit of Adidas Nike going on here.
There might be a little bit of that.
A little Adidas on the hoodie.
Like that.
Are the Patriots getting ready for the end of the Tom Brady era? We'll discuss that next.